Like most musicians of my generation, I learned about the business from trial and error and from experience. I watched more experienced musicians handle the business of running their band and learning what they did wrong as well as what they did right, and trying to make the right decisions myself. And one of the elements that was a problem for jazz musicians when I was coming up was that the booking agents in the jazz field were not very well organized. They were all small-time operations. So I didn't have a booking agent for the first years in the business. I used several. Some were just regional to parts of the country. One was for Europe, another one just did college concerts, another one was the West Coast, and so on. And I managed it as best I could. And I even booked a fair amount of the stuff myself directly when I felt it was necessary to do so. I moved to Boston in 1971, and within that first year, a young man made an appointment to visit me at my office at Berklee. And it turns out he was a graduating college student from Brandeis. And he informed me that he had been working part-time at a local Boston talent booking company that did like weddings, that kind of thing, parties. And that he was thinking that this would be a field that he might want to go into for a career. And I thought, wow, that's pretty unusual. Not many people choose booking as a career. And in particular, he was thinking jazz. So I said, well, do you know anything about jazz? He says, not really. But I see it's an area of music that doesn't seem to have much representation. I said, well, you're right about that. So I told him, some about how the business worked. And I said, and so here's the thing. Here's the prices I get. Typical college date, this much, clubs, this much, and so on. And if you get me anything, fine, I'll consider taking them. First year, he got me 2 college dates around New England. The second year, he got me about 30 gigs. And at the end of that year, I said, I think you've proven yourself at this point. You've got the job. At this point, I'll work exclusively with you. And let's keep on going. Well, that was 40 some years ago now. And my agent and manager also is Ted Kurland. He's now the leading booking agent in the jazz field, represents a huge number of major jazz artists. And he essentially reinvented the booking business, how to turn it into not only a national but international operation. He figured out how the business worked and came up with ways to be in contact with all the buyers in different industries, the college markets and the festivals and so on. No one had ever done this before in the jazz end of things. And he's been a huge success. I wish I could say I was responsible for it. It was really just coincidence that we happened to connect. I happened to be in Boston, and he happened to be looking for somebody, that was in the jazz business, and I happened to be open to having someone try to, book me some gigs, and it was great for all of us.